and welcome to After GMS. So glad to see you here. I'm Tracy McCain here with meteorologist Christian Morgan and Megan Malaris.
Yes, we are glad to be with you on a Monday, June 6th. Of course, a lot of talk about D-Day today as we honor the 78th anniversary of really what was a turning point in World War II. You can find numerous stories on our website about local heroes in the Triad who fought and served for us on that day. Right now, let's take the focus on weather because it's a beautiful week.
Yeah, sure. A beautiful weekend, and that's carrying over into a brand new week as we kick off today. But really, this is that last day of that low humidity that we've been talking about. So we're dry today, then we start to bring back the humidity and the storm chances going into your Tuesday. Temperatures out the door right now in the low 60s for pretty much all of us across the board. We have upper 60s to near 70 along the coast and down into the upstate of South Carolina, with high pressure still the dominant weather feature on our map. It's sitting over Pennsylvania right now, but as we go throughout the day today and into tomorrow, it starts to move offshore. So we've been getting a north wind on the east side of that high pressure system, and now we're going to get the return flow on the south side. So that'll start to warm us up, pulling in the heat out of the south and also pulling in the moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. That will be the humidity that starts to roar back in for your Tuesday. Meanwhile, keeping our eyes on our cold front, that's our biggest player in the game this week as far as being our real weather trigger or weather maker, if you will. And as it gets closer, we'll see an isolated shower or storm chance going into your Tuesday afternoon and into your Tuesday evening, but I don't expect it to be a real busy day of weather. Heading into your Wednesday, though, I think we'll see more in the way of scattered showers and maybe a couple thunderstorms as we get into the afternoon and into the evening hours. For today, enjoy it. Get outside and take advantage of it. Sunshine in low 80s and still not humid yet. Overnight, that humidity will start to creep back in, and that will actually help prevent us from cooling down a little bit more. So I think low 60s is about where we'll bottom out tonight for the Triad, and then back to the west, up into the foothills and into the mountains, we'll see upper 50s to near 60. Meanwhile, over the weekend, we've been talking about Tropical Storm Alex. If you missed it, it formed while you were sleeping Saturday night and early Sunday morning as it emerged off the coast of Florida. Now over the island of Bermuda, racing away from us at about 28 miles per hour. So it's gaining pretty good ground with 65 mile per hour sustained winds right now. It's going to be moving into an area that's really unfavorable for further development, meaning high wind shear, which kind of breaks the storm apart. So pretty soon it'll become a tropical depression again later today, and then likely just a remnant low as we go into the middle of the week. So Alex will be crossed off our lists and will probably not be one that we remember. 83 today for the Piedmont, 83 for your Tuesday with more humidity creeping back in and that isolated storm chance. Best chance for storms is going to come on your Wednesday, but overall throughout the period, I think our severe weather risk remains quite low. Mid and upper 80s for your Thursday. We're drier Thursday and Friday. Another system likely brings us some showers, maybe a storm on Saturday. We'll keep tabs on that. Then we're dry and a little bit cooler heading into Sunday.
I just want to welcome you back. If you're just jumping on, we went live on Facebook a few minutes later than normal today, so we were on YouTube and wanted to get the go ahead. But welcome to all of you tuning in right now. We're wrapping up our forecast, and it's a good time to talk about vacation season. Guilford County school students on summer break, Winston-Salem, Forsyth, and Alamance Burlington are not too far behind. So right now families are looking forward to time away from the daily grind.
But of course, the rising cost of food, gasoline, and airfare can really make that a challenge. So a lot of people are considering staycations this year. So which do you prefer? Staycation, close to home, or a vacation far, far away? Well, body language expert Blanca Cobb said that there are many health benefits from a staycation. She says they can reduce stress levels, help you recharge, and strengthen the bond between you and your loved ones. She also says it can be a lot easier on your wallet. A good way to find staycation ideas is to Google Airbnbs in your area, or you can Google fun places to visit close to home or the top tourist spots. So we want to know, do you prefer staycations closer to home or vacations far, far away? Maybe not far, far away, but you know, a car ride, trip, you know, somewhere where you have to get on a plane to go.
Yeah.
I asked this question on my Facebook page, and a lot of people said they prefer a vacation, but because of rising fuel costs right now, a staycation sounds more affordable, and even that, they say, gas is so high, it's putting them out of touch of maybe even having a staycation.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, especially, you know, I'll tell you, if you're trying to get away, at least some, and maybe you take trips that are far away, and we don't really have the ability to do that with, you know, with gas prices and food costs and everything going up, then, you know, we have if you're trying to still get away but stay close to home, we have a lot of places close to us here.
We do,
It's a quick 2-hour ride to the mountains, and our beaches are really close. So you don't really have to go far away to get away.
Yeah.
Right.
It was funny. I was reading a survey or maybe a study from Wallet Hub last week at one point, and they were naming the top 3 cities for staycations in America. And I was like, well, that's nice if you're at some of these places, but really, like, number 1 was Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's
and
right. Vacation from
and
the world.
A luxury vacation.
And number 2 was like Chicago. Number 3 was somewhere way far off too. I'm like, these are all great places to stay, especially Hawaii if you live there.
Right.
Everybody else, that's all out of the realm.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Especially given the cost of gas and the cost of airfare, which is absolutely outrageous right now. So I consider a staycation somewhere like at home where you don't necessarily need to spend the night somewhere if you didn't have to, to relax and have fun. I even consider the beach and the mountains like a vacation because you actually have to drive more than an hour or so to get there. But honestly, now that I'm a mom of 2, I prefer the staycation route. It's just so much effort to pack for young children, pack all the extra stuff they need or might need, and then not to mention just keeping track of everybody while you're there in a new place, getting them settled in, settled out. I know you're not, you understand this like wholeheartedly.
So you prefer day trips then?
Day trips, yes.
Okay, because I consider staycations still like where you have to pack, but it's not far away from home, like the beach or the mountains, but like a day trip that you can like go like to the Children's Museum. I can't wait to go to the High Point Children's Museum because that just opened last month, and every mom and dad who I talk to about it are like, oh, you gotta go, go.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's on my list, and I consider that like a nice day trip where I can take the kids and don't have to spend a lot of money, not a lot of gas. But we are planning a staycation. Do you consider like South Carolina beaches staycations, or is that like a trip?
I think it's still more of a trip.
Okay.
I think it's a
well,
trip,
we're planning one trip to the beach this year, but our Disney trip is on hold indefinitely until gas prices get back under control. And you remember this time last year, we're like, well, we're going to vacation when COVID is under control. And now it's when gas prices are under control. There's always something.
Always something. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking about this? Philip Walker just weighed in and said, I would do both, stay home or go to Carowinds for a nice day trip.
Good idea.
Not bad.
Leslie said, I love going places, but my medical condition prevents from doing a lot of things. So she said, RA is no fun. Sorry about that, Leslie. And, between medical issues, COVID, gas prices, there seems to be a lot of people trying to stay close by, which is what Tammy Redding said. She said, I'm going to stay close by.
Yeah, we heard from Rhonda, who is leaving Thursday for the beach a long weekend. It will probably be their only time away coming up. That sounds relaxing. A good weather weekend, too.
Yeah, good weather
at the beach. You picked a good one. Let's see. Carol also loves going to the beach to just hear the waves. So relaxing. I will tell you, having grown up in Missouri, it was a treat to go to the beach. I mean, we had to really plan and then, either buy airfare for a family of 5, which was very expensive, or hop in the car and drive somewhere that was drivable. We would normally go to Gulf Shores, Alabama, just because it was about 12 hours. We could sleep in the car on the way there. But when I moved here, it was a luxury being able to just zip down to the beach, don't have anything to do this weekend. Let me just get in the car and go, Back when it was just me and my husband, now it's a little more complicated than that, as we just talked about. But, wow, what a beautiful state to call home, to be able to do some of these things.
Absolutely.
Much more affordably than you could if you had to get on a plane or drive a long ways.
Yeah, it's unfathomable to me, too. Like, if you say you live that far away from, like, the beach, like, it's not a bad drive. It's 12 hours. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the Midwest, the lakes are like the beaches there.
Yes.
And I say that meaning, that's what draws everybody to the area. People still lay out, and some lakes have like amusement rides. Like I know in Chicago, that's a really big thing. They have a Ferris wheel and some other things that, can draw people to the water, but it's nothing like the beach. Which, by the way, I still don't enjoy going, but I'm outnumbered. My family, apparently, even the baby weighed in against me. We did a by hand vote the other day, and even the baby raised his hand.
Little Julian said to me.
Yeah, he said, he was following, because Josiah was like, raise your hand. He's like, this is utterly ridiculous.
Wants his toes in the sand, too.
Yeah, so I will just watch. Stay safe.
Watch the waves from afar.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the beach. I just am not a fan. I like activities like at nighttime. I think it must be just the sun. There we go. Because going out at night and doing some things with, friends and stuff, family. But daytime.
We did a lot of night swimming as kids. I remember my dad would get home from work and just take us to the pool at night because we didn't have to fuss with the sunscreen.
Right.
Yeah.
Or getting sunburnt and all that. And then the pools are less crowded at night. Just a lot of fun.
I didn't know this was a thing, so now I'm validated.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like night swimming.
I want to go to the beach so we can night swim.
Yes.
There
you go.
Night swim.
Doesn't this make you want to go somewhere?
It does.
Okay, we will have a final check of your forecast, some beach-like weather coming up in just a moment, but first we do have some morning headlines to get to. And as we've talked about, gas prices, yes, yikes, they are still rising in North Carolina. The latest report for Gas Buddy says gas prices rose 18 cents in Greensboro in just the last week, now averaging $4.48 a gallon. Nationwide, the price at the pump is higher still at $4.85.
Well, in Greensboro, 2 shootings, 1 stabbing, all within hours of one another. They happened as trial leaders are working very hard to get control of rising gun violence. WFMY News 2's ITN's McMillers has more on their plan.
Well, Greensboro police are still here in the 1600th block of North English Street looking into why 2 people were shot here last night. CSI is gathering evidence. Greensboro police say that the victims' injuries are unknown at this time. About an hour after police arrived here, they were called out for another shooting about 7 miles away on Mount Olive Drive. Greensboro police say the shooting happened just after 1 this morning. The victim is expected to pull through. Now, the back-to-back shootings have local leaders speaking out about community safety and how they're working on solutions through programs like Cure Violence and a Juvenile Prevention Council.
It is very effective in correcting the attitudes of some of our, young youth who find themselves in trouble with the court, etc. And the concept behind it really aims to prevent them from getting into the courts before they find themselves before a judge. So we've decided to use our public health department to manage our gun Cure Violence program because we do have it identified as a public health issue.
It's important for the public to know that we are taking this seriously and that our police department's taking it seriously, and we're working on it in more of a comprehensive way than just police, which is important, obviously, but we're also looking at the social side of it as well.
The weekend shootings in both Greensboro and Winston-Salem are still under investigation. Anyone with information is urged to call police. North Carolina has the 17th highest rate for gun deaths in our nation. In this story on our website, you can find links to organizations that are working to curb gun violence.
Well, in case you missed this, huge news for families waiting on baby formula. The nation's largest producer of it, Abbott, is reopening its plant in Sturgis, Michigan. The reopening came under new restrictions set by the FDA. The factory shut down for 4 months after a recall after 4 babies who drank formula from that plant developed bacterial infections. 2 of the babies died. The shutdown led to a nationwide baby formula shortage, made worse by other things like inflation. 10 states are now 90% out of baby formula.
All right, let's get one more check on that forecast before you get ready to head out the door for your Monday. Another nice day on the way for today with low humidity. With afternoon highs climbing up into the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine today, too. We'll start to bring back that summertime feel with the humidity roaring back in. By the time you get up tomorrow morning, you'll start to feel it when you step outside. That summertime pattern sets up, too, with an isolated shower and storm chance tomorrow afternoon. Better chance for scattered showers and storms for Wednesday. Or warmer on Thursday. That's the warmest day of the week in the mid and upper 80s. And then we'll start to dry things out a bit for Thursday and Friday. Another system heads our way with some showers and storms on your Saturday, and then we dry it out and cool it down a bit, and we're even a little less humid again by the time we get to Sunday.
The key words in that, less humid.
That's it. That makes all the difference this time of the year.
It really does. It feels more pleasant, manageable.
When you walk outside, it's kind of crisp, makes the difference.
And back-to-back beautiful weekends.
Back-to-back beautiful weekends.
Like Ed likes to say, by the way, Ed's on vacation, enjoying some time off. He likes to say, make it rain or do bad weather on company time.
That's right.
Let it rain on company time.
Let it rain, yes.
All right, thanks so much for joining us for this quick edition of After GMS. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more great conversations and your morning headlines. We'll see you then.
Yeah.